Look, back briefly to these Teal Independents, because they're not about beating Liberal candidates, notwithstanding that many of the problems faced by the Liberal Party are of its own making. Nonetheless, many of the dangerous comments that they've made demonstrate they're not essentially about beating Liberal candidates, but about destroying the Liberal Party. Now, the woman opposing Josh Frydenberg in Kooyong is an immensely well-credentialed academic. She's a paediatric neurologist. She was Director of Neurology at the Royal Children's Hospital in Melbourne. She completed a neurophysiology fellowship at the Lay Clinic in Boston, Massachusetts, and reportedly has over 150 peer-reviewed publications. So how could a woman, unless for base political motives, how could such a woman of scholarship make such dumb political comments which ought to disqualify her, yet apparently she's on the cusp of defeating Frydenberg? In the debate last week with the Treasurer, she described border protection policies during the past 10 to 15 years as, quote, a shame to this country, unquote. I keep asking, are these people dumb or duplicitous? When illegal boat arrivals got out of control under Labor, 1,200 lives were lost at sea. The influx of illegal boat people necessitated 17 detention centres and the detention of thousands of children. But according to Monique Ryan, our response to this illegal boat crisis, or the government's response, was a shame to this country. If that's not bad enough, Monique Ryan has no tax policy and has never discussed tax. On China, she said that China, quote, should be treated with respect and sensitivity, not with macho, breast-beating belligerence. We've seen how much that has cost us, and it's been actively unhelpful to weaponise our relationship with China, unquote. I ask again, is this highly intelligent and academically credentialed woman politically dumb or politically duplicitous? Treat China with respect and sensitivity, she says. Even though China has militarised the South China Sea, we've seen the recent Solomon Islands deal, the treatment of Hong Kong's democracy, and the list of 14 demands by China that Australia must meet to satisfy China's belligerence. But, says Monique Ryan, treat China with respect. But how irrelevant are these non-independent Teal candidates who think they can have political legitimacy when they utter not a word on defence policy, industrial relations, education, immigration, the National Disability Insurance Scheme, budget repair, productivity, religious discrimination, yet talk about integrity in government when their own integrity on basic issues is severely wanting? As I said yesterday, these so-called independents are offering themselves in blue ribbon Liberal seats, trying to destroy the Liberal Party and deliver a Labor government while shouting foghorn-like about climate change. Someone should tell these people you can't feed your kids or pay your mortgage by shouting climate change every 5 minutes. But of course, they live in a world of protected privilege. And things like the standard of education, national security, energy prices going up, energy poverty for some, just paying the bills. They're not the concerns of the privileged Teal elite. As I said yesterday, if there are candidates out there in Kooyong, Wentworth or Warringah who think, and Zali Steggall, of course, chief amongst them, who think they're going to be able to save the planet, then I say simply they are idiots. But they shouldn't be able to treat us like idiots. Saturday's a day of reckoning for all of us, including the Teal Independents, but most importantly, a day of reckoning for voters. Hopefully the voter will prove smarter than these Teal pretenders.